Previously on Webkinz Big Brother. In light of Blueberry's eviction,
Blueberry, you are evicted from the Webkinz Big Brother house.
Cecilia came to power.
Congratulations, Cecilia!
Granting Brenda a golden key. After the head of household competition, Bo took things a little too far with Brenda.
Hey, now I know you got a husband and all,
Yes,
but that's
Willis.
no reason that we can't, kiss or anything in the house.
Giving her a panic attack. Sealing Bo as the target for the week. Bo's brother and duo partner Pilo went up to Cecilia,
I really wanted to apologize for Bo's behavior.
volunteering himself as a pawn.
I want to volunteer to be a pawn.
At the nomination ceremony, Cecilia nominated Bo and Pilo
I have nominated you, Pila, and you, Bo, for eviction.
in hopes of avenging Brenda.
I just need to avenge my sister.
I'm not too terribly surprised that I was put on the nomination block.
In a shocking revelation, it was announced that Brenda would not be returning to the game. She has decided to leave the Webkinz Big Brother house. Pilo was then brought into an alliance with Cecilia and Pete.
We're wondering if you want to join an alliance with the two of us. Well, guys, I would love that.
Then it was revealed to you, America, that you chose Longneck and Penelope as your favorite duo,
We love you too.
giving them the power to choose one house guest each to prevent from casting an eviction vote. And they had to use it either last episode or this episode. They chose not to last episode, so this is their last chance.
At the veto competition, Pilo won it all, and everyone was sure he would use it. Congratulations, Pilo! However,
Pilo felt that Bo was bad for his game and played the ultimate backstab move.
I have decided not to use the power of veto.
at the end of the night, Bo was sent packing. Bo, you are evicted from the Webkinz Big Brother house. Tonight, who will win the next head of household competition? And who will they nominate for eviction? Who will win the power of veto, and will it be used to save either of the two nominees? Then, at the end of the night, not one, but two house guests will be sent packing. That's right, it's double eviction night in the Webkinz Big Brother house, and things are sure to get crazy. This is Webkinz Big Brother! By a vote of 5-0, Bo, you are evicted from the Webkinz Big Brother house.
Bye, guys. Can't believe you, Pilo.
You know, last week I had to get Bo out and it was pretty hard, but I think it'll be better in the long run.
The events leading up to Bo's ultimate eviction were very important for my game and Penelope's game. It ensured that we would not be targets for the week.
It's now time to make a couple of announcements to the house guests.
Hello, house guests! I have a couple of announcements to make. The first of which, the duo twist is officially over.
Wow.
That's right, this means that you are all officially on your own. There are 7 of you left, but there are about to be 5. That's right, house guests, it's double eviction night, which means it's time to immediately move into the head of household competition. Hello, house guests. It's now time for the first head of household competition of the night. I have a front row seat for today's competition, and it's called Hang On for Dear Life. You are all hanging on to these scarves. The last house guest hanging will be the new head of household. Go! Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
This is hard.
this is
I don't know how I'm doing
This is
this.
crazy.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
And Pokey is down.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I'm ready to
And
compete.
Oscar is down. And Longneck has
I'm
fallen
ready to
off.
compete.
It's now down to Pilo, Penelope, and Pete.
Wow!
And Penelope has fallen off. That means Pilo or Pete, who will be the new head of household.
Wow. Oh, somebody get
And Pilo is down. Congratulations, Pete. You are the new head of household.
I'm really proud of you, Pete. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. What do you think we should do this week? Yeah, Pete, what are you thinking? You know, Longneck's a really big target. I think we might should get her out. That's a great idea. I'm in. Let's do it. Well, I'm feeling pretty good this week because Pete's the HOH and he's in the terrific 3.
This week I'm just hoping that I am not targeted by Pete.
This is the nomination ceremony. One of my duties as head of household is to nominate 2 Webkinz for eviction. In my nomination block are the slips of the house guests I am nominating for eviction. I will pull each slip to lock in my nominations, and the faces will appear on the memory wall. The first house guest I have nominated is... The second house guest I have nominated is... I've nominated you, Penelope, and you, Longneck, for eviction. This is not a personal move. I love both of you, and I'm doing this purely for game reasons. I think everyone in this house is aware that there are 2 alliances, and it's just one against the other. This nomination ceremony is adjourned.
Hey there, Pete. Congrats on winning HOH. I wanted to warn you to beware of Pilo. He was willing to just cut his brother loose so fast last week.
You know, I see where you're coming from.
Whereas someone like me, you could take all the way to the end and know that I'm trustworthy. In all reality, I would never take Pete to the end, and even if I did, I would not be loyal to him.
Well, you say that now, but I did see the finale last season where you blew up on your ally Pokey.
You saw that? Just think about it. Pilo really is untrustworthy. Bye-bye.
That was a bit odd. It's time to pick players for the Power of Veto competition. 6 players will participate in the Power of Veto competition. The head of household, the 2 nominees, and 3 players selected by random draw. Would the nominees please join me up here? Please turn your attention to the memory wall and we'll find out who is competing. Pilo, Oscar, Pokey, you will all be competing. Webkinz' big brother will inform us when it's time for the competition to begin. Good luck. I'm sad I wasn't picked to play in this competition so that me and my alliance can keep the noms the same.
House guest, this competition is called Roll That Lemon, and here's how it works. Each of you will have your attempt at rolling this lemon as far as you can to the end of the living room table. But be careful, because if it rolls off the table, you will immediately be eliminated. The house guest who rolled the lemon the farthest without going over the table will win the power of veto. Let's begin. Penelope, you're up first. Roll. And the lemon has rolled off the table. Sorry, Penelope. You're out. Next up is Pilo. Roll. And your lemon has also fallen off. Pilo, you're out. Oscar, you're up. Roll. And your position is locked. Everyone remember, you must make it past Oscar's lemon to win. Pete is up. And that is unfortunately not quite as far as Oscar's. Sorry, Pete, you're out. Pokey, you're up. Roll. So at this point, Oscar, Longneck, and I are the only contestants left in the veto, which means someone from the Cucumbers is bound to win. But I'm just hoping that I can be the one to pull it off.
And unfortunately, that is not as far as Oscar, so sorry. But you're eliminated, Pokey. Long neck. Remember, you must roll your lemon farther than Oscar's to win. Roll! I think Oscar would use the veto on me, and I know that he would be safe if he won too. So I'm just gonna give it to my husband. And unfortunately, that was not far enough, Long Neck. Which means, congratulations, Oscar! You have won the power of veto! Alright, cucumbers, this is where it gets crucial.
I'm gonna go and say that I'm probably going to use the veto on Longneck.
It's up to Pete who to replace me with.
Well, I vote that Oscar goes and talks to Pete and sees if he's on board with putting up Pilo as a replacement. Sounds like a plan. I'll go now. Hey there, Pete. I was wondering if I could talk to you.
Yeah, man, of course.
Okay, well, I've been wondering, Longneck is my wife, so I'm planning on probably taking her off the block, but I was worried about who you were going to put up as a replacement.
What are you thinking for a replacement, Norm?
Well, I do know that Pilo is pretty untrustworthy. He did let Bo take all the heat for what happened last episode and just let Bo go home like that.
You know, at first when I was asking Oscar about the nominations, I was just kind of trying to see where his targets lie. But after hearing what he had to say, he's right about Pilo, and I may want to consider putting him up.
Going into the veto ceremony, I just know that Oscar is going to save me, but I'm hoping that Pokey doesn't get named in my place.
I'm really hoping that a bigger target than me is nominated.
This is the veto ceremony. Longneck, Penelope, you each have been nominated for eviction by Pete. But I have the power to veto one of those nominations. I think this decision is going to come as pretty obvious because I am married to Longneck. But Penelope, I do want you to know that I have no hard feelings towards you, and this is just a personal decision on my and my wife's behalf. That being said, I have decided to use the power of veto on Longneck. Pete, since I have just vetoed one of your nominations, you now must name a replacement nominee.
Well, though it is unfortunate that the veto was used for me, it's okay, and I respect your decision, Oscar, and I respect that you're loyal to your wife. That being said, I have had lots of conversations with a lot of people, and this was surprisingly a hard decision for me. I have decided to nominate Pokey. I'm sorry, I didn't want to have to do this, but it's just the game, how it goes.
This veto ceremony is adjourned.
All right, Oscar. I do thank you as my husband for taking me off the block.
It might be a good time for you to use your power.
I've already considered that. We are going to make it so that you and I can ensure that Pokey goes.
Well, this is getting a little bit awkward because I am in the Hit Records side alliance with Pokey, and I don't really want to break that to Longneck yet. Or, we could decide to vote out Penelope.
Absolutely not. Are you kidding me, Oscar? What do you think you're talking about?
All right. Bye. Hey, Pokey, what's up?
Hey, man.
Now listen, I was talking to Longneck, and she is going to use her and Penelope's power to keep everyone in the house from voting, except for me and her. And she wants us to vote out you.
Are you really gonna vote me out, man?
Well, that's the thing. I could vote Penelope out. Longneck may vote you out, but then it would send the decision to Pete.
Pete's original intentions were to target Penelope and Longneck.
I love you no matter what.
Love you too, man.
It's now time for the first eviction of the night to begin. Plus, Longneck and Penelope have let production know that they would like to use their power. Let's find out who they chose to not be able to vote.
Hello, house guests.
Hey.
It's now time for the live vote and eviction, but before we begin, I have an announcement to make. 2 of you in the house have had a secret power that they have been holding. This power allows each Webkinz of the 2 to choose one other house guest that they want to prevent from casting an eviction vote tonight. The house guests that will not be able to cast a vote are Cecilia and Pilo.
Well, I declare this is very shocking.
Penelope, Pokey, in just moments, your housemates will cast their votes to evict one of you. But before they do, you each have one final chance to sway their votes with one brief statement. Penelope, you're up first.
Well, house guests, it's been fun. And I think I'll continue to have fun and stay in this house if you guys keep me and I...
Thank you, Penelope. Pokey, you're up. Well, it's been a wild ride. I just ask that you keep me. Thank you, Pokey. Thank you both. It's now time for the live vote to begin. The 2 nominees are not allowed to vote. Pete, as the current head of household, you will only vote in the event of a tie. And as a reminder, Cecilia, Pilo, neither of you are allowed to vote because of the special power. One at a time, the rest of you will enter the diary room and cast your votes to evict. And Oscar, you're up first tonight. Please enter the diary room.
Oscar is conflicted. His sister-in-law or his client? Which does he feel he needs to cut loose? Hello, Oscar.
Hey,
Please cast your vote to evict.
I vote to evict Penelope.
So, will Longneck also vote to evict her sister, or will she send the decision to Pete? Hello, Longneck. Hey, please cast your vote to evict. I vote to evict Pokey. All the votes are in. Let's give the news to the house guests.
House guests, all the votes are in. We have a tie. 1 vote to evict Penelope and 1 vote to evict Pokey. Pete, as the current head of household, you now must stand at the head of the room and cast the deciding vote.
Well, Penelope, I love you both and it's not personal. I have decided to vote to evict Penelope.
It's official. Penelope, you are evicted from the Webkinz Big Brother house.
Well, thank you all and it's been nice.
Hello, Penelope!
Hi.
Well, you were evicted first tonight in this double eviction. How does it feel? It seems that Oscar and Longneck had different opinions on who should go home.
Well, I'm glad that my alliance is still in the house, but I must say I am upset.
We'll see you back here on finale night, Penelope, when you help crown the winner of Webkinz Big Brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, sister.
It's now time for the next head of household competition of the night to begin. House guests, it's now time for the next head of household competition to begin. This competition is called Jump Those Stairs, and here's how it works. You will all be jumping up this stairwell. The house guest who can jump to the highest step will be the new head of household. Pete, as outgoing head of household, you are not eligible to compete. Let's begin. Longneck, you're up first. Jump! And you have locked your position in. Pokey is up next. Jump! And your position is also locked, but sorry, Pokey, that is not enough to beat Longneck. Cecilia, you're up. Jump! And you are locked in, but that is not enough to beat Longneck. Sorry, Cecilia. Oscar is up next. Jump! And unfortunately, that is not enough to beat Longneck. It all comes down to this: Pilo or Longneck. Who will be the new head of household?
You know, it's really a house divided right now, so I'm really just hoping to pull out this win for the Terrific 3 Alliance.
Jump! And that is a tie. Longneck, Pilo, since you both landed on the same step, we will move on to a tiebreaker. You will both jump at the same time, and whoever gets to the highest step will be the new head of household. Jump! And Pilo is 1 step higher, which means congratulations, Pilo! You are the new head of household!
I'm pretty ecstatic that I just pulled that off.
Hey, honey.
You voted out Penelope.
Why would you do that?
I'm sorry. I
Spit it out, Oscar. There's something I need to know, isn't there? You're working with Pokey, aren't you? You are, aren't you? I knew it. I'm going away now.
Uh-oh. I'm a little nervous for nominations because I've realized recently that Pilo has been hanging out with the other side of the house an awful lot.
Going into nominations, I'm pretty confident that we can get out either Longneck or Oscar. This is the nomination ceremony. One of my duties as head of household is to nominate 2 Webkinz for eviction. In my nomination block are slips of the house guest I am nominating for eviction. I will pull each slip to lock in my nominations, and their faces will appear on the memory wall. The first house guest I have nominated is... The second house guest I have nominated is... I have nominated you, Oscar, and you, Longneck, for eviction. It has been brought to my attention that you two were campaigning against me last week to save your own alliance's butt. I personally think that's really snaky and not fair for you to compare me to Bo and what he did. I'm a very different person. I'm hurt that you would do that to me. That being said, this nomination ceremony is adjourned.
In light of the recent news I have found out about Pokey and Oscar working together, and now me going on the chopping block, it may be time to shift my efforts to the other side of the house.
Hey, Longneck, what'd you want to talk about?
Hey there, Cecilia. Here's the thing. Allow me to start with this. Imagine you're with Jeremy and Tomato, right? And so you find out that Jeremy has been working with Tomato and planning to get you out. How would you feel?
I can't see either of them doing that to me.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, that's exactly what happened to me. I have been working with Oscar and Pokey this whole game, but I then found out when I told Oscar to vote out Pokey, he voted out Penelope.
I'm sorry you were betrayed like that.
That's why I think we should do something no one would ever expect, Cecilia.
And what's that?
One make a final 2 deal.
I am with the Terrific 3, and I think I'm gonna stay with them. However, Longneck proposes a great deal, and I think I might just take her up on it. If that happened to me, I would want someone to be loyal to also. So I'm gonna take you up on your offer.
Great. Sounds great. What about a secret name?
I don't know. Any ideas?
How about the Zucchinis?
That's interesting. But how about the fabulous zucchinis?
Ooh, the chicken casserole zucchinis.
The fabulous chicken casserole zucchinis. I like it, Longneck.
Or the FCZZs for short.
I like it, Longneck. Let's shake on it.
But we better keep this on the down low.
It'll be a secret.
Believe it or not, it's time for another twist to shake up the game. Let's join the house guests.
House guests, please turn your attention to the memory wall.
As you can see, we are instituting the Diamond Power of Veto this week. This means that whoever wins the Power of Veto will not only have the power to change one of the nominations, but also rename the nominee themselves.
I'll leave you with that.
Let's join the house guests for the Diamond Power of Veto competition.
Hello, house guests. Hey.
Billy G.
My name is Billy G, and I was on last season of Webkinz Big Brother, and I help lead worship at the Waterfall Church in Furryville.
Today, for the Diamond Power of Veto competition, it will be a singing competition. You will all sing songs, and I will pick the best to win the Diamond Power of Veto. Does everyone understand?
Yes.
Great, then let's begin. Pilo, you're up first.
Come to the waterfall. It is the rushing waters. Wash me clean. Wash me clean.
Thank you, Pilo. Now, Longneck, it's your turn. In this lifetime, there are friends and there are foes, but sometimes your friends become your foes. Yeah!
And that has happened to me.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Longneck. I'm gonna have to go out of Longneck and Pilo. Longneck, you win that round.
Sorry, buddy. Longneck, your song will now be judged against Pokey's.
Normally I wouldn't be nervous for a singing competition, but Longneck's songs seem to be pretty targeted at me and Oscar, so I am a little nervous.
I don't care what you have to say, but I'm gonna win this veto today.
Well, that was original, but I'm gonna have to give that round to Longneck.
You know, Pokey has been working on a rap album, but I think we still need some training before it launches.
Next up, Longneck's song will be judged against Oscar's.
This one's dedicated to my kids. Well, I'm just a dad who works too hard, who loves his kids and never stops, and who they are is who I want them to be. I'm a dad.
Well, thank you, Oscar, but out of the two, I'm still gonna have to go with Longneck.
And now it's Pete's turn. Pete, your song will be judged against what Longneck sang.
I'm Pete. That's my name. If I had another name, I'd be ashamed.
Thank you, Pete, I've heard enough. Longneck, that round goes to you.
It all comes down to this: Cecilia or Longneck, which will win the veto? Cecilia, before you sing, I'm gonna give everyone a reminder of what Longneck sang.
Your friends become your foes. Yeah!
All right, Cecilia, go.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray.
All right, thank you, Cecilia. I've heard enough. And the winner of the Diamond Power Veto is
Longneck! Congratulations, you are the winner of the Diamond Power of Veto!
Okay guys, this is bad news. I don't know how it's gonna go. What my fellow Alliance members don't know is that I know exactly how it's gonna go. Cecilia, maybe you should talk to Oscar and get him to convince Longneck to put up Pokey. Well, that's a great idea. They think I'm going to talk to Oscar, but really, I'm gonna confirm our plans with Longneck.
Hey there, sir. Sia. I've been practicing that all day.
Well, hey there, Longneck.
Yes, that's me, Longneck.
Well, I was wondering if our plan is still on.
Yep, fabulous chicken casserole zucchinis for life.
Fabulous chicken casserole zucchinis for life.
This is the veto ceremony. Oscar and I have been nominated for eviction by this week's head of household, Pilo. But I, Longneck, have won the Diamond Power of Veto this week. This means that not only do I have the power to remove one of the nominees from the block, but I can rename that nominee myself. I have decided to use the power of veto to save myself from the chopping block. As such, I now must name a replacement nominee for eviction, and I am making this decision because I have recently found out who is who in the Webkinz Big Brother house and who I can trust. I'm sorry to do this to you, but I choose to nominate Pokey. It has recently come to my attention that two people who I originally thought that I could trust were working against me. That is why I'm making this decision. Let it be known that the cucumbers are no more. This veto ceremony is adjourned.
So, targets have been made clear in the Webkinz Big Brother house, and you never know who you can trust. So, who will be evicted? Let's find out. House guests, it's now time for the live vote and eviction. Oscar, Pokey, in just moments your housemates will cast their votes to evict one of you. But before they do, you each have one final chance to sway their votes with one brief statement. And Oscar, you're up first tonight.
Well, I've loved all you guys since night one of the game, and I'm just really hoping that you vote to keep me.
Thank you, Oscar. Pokey, you're up. Well, guys, this is a crazy experience. I just think that
I am a loyal person and I deserve to stay in the game.
Thank you, Pokey.
The head of household is not allowed to vote, neither are the two nominees. One at a time, the rest of you will enter the diary room and cast your votes to evict. And Longneck, you're up first tonight. Please enter the diary room.
Longneck has started a secret alliance with Cecilia and no longer wishes to work with Oscar nor Pokey. So, does she wish to cut her husband or her friend? Hello, Longneck. Hey, please cast your vote to evict. I hate to do this, but it must be done. I vote to evict Pokey. Cecilia is in the secret fabulous chicken casserole zucchinis alliance with Longneck. Will her vote follow Longneck's? Hello, Cecilia.
Hey.
Please cast your vote to evict.
I vote to evict Pokey.
Thank you, Cecilia. It's official with 2 votes to evict Pokey. Pokey will leave the Webkinz Big Brother house tonight, but let's see how Pete votes. Hello, Pete. Please cast your vote to evict.
I vote to evict Pokey.
Thank you, Pete. And with that, we have our 3rd unanimous eviction of the season. Let's inform the house guests.
House guests! All the votes are in. When I reveal the vote, the evicted house guest will have just a few moments to say goodbye, gather his belongings, and walk up to the island. For a record-breaking 3rd time, a unanimous vote has occurred. By a vote of 3-0, Pokey, you are evicted from the Webkinz Big Brother house.
Hello, Pokey!
Hey, Sally.
So, evicted 2nd in this double eviction tonight. How does it feel? Well, you know, Sally, it doesn't feel that great. I think Longneck really did make the best game move for her, but it was a real stab in the back for me. All right, well, thank you, Pokey, and we'll see you back here on finale night when you help crown the winner of Webkinz Big Brother. Yeah, absolutely.
So glad to get Pokey out of this.
So, it's down to the final 5, and it's time for you to get involved. It's time for America's Vote. Rank your top 5 favorite house guests to WBBVote at iCloud.com. Collectively, America will be casting 1 vote for their favorite house guest at the end of the season. From outside the Webkinz Big Brother house, I'm Sally. Good night.